Been working on my Java coding recently. Any recommendations on projects to work towards to getting employable experience? The best recommendation I have for people that are like getting into doing coding stuff is find a project that you would find useful for yourself and then just start working on it. Like, build something that you'll find useful and likely someone else will find it useful. Put it on GitHub so other people can work on it and contribute to it. That sounds very good. So Lord Blightbark is a 2/2 for 2. That when a troop enters play under our control, it triggers its death cries. So normally the death cries only happen when they die. So our Underworld Crusader, when it dies, we draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. So if we curve Blightbark into this, we're going to get to draw 2, lose 2 when we play this. Yeah, if our opponent doesn't have a way to interact with this Lord Blightbark, they're going to get hit hard and fast, and we're going to draw a lot of cards. Let you know. As somebody who just wants to draw a bunch of cards, let's do it. Another Lord Blightbark, side me up. Lilipad's not a slow shard, right? I've only got 4 slow shards in this deck list. There's only 4. There's 4 ice in this deck. Lilipad's the treble shard. And it's kind of like, I probably get at least a call every other month from like a recruiter that's just like, hey, I was surfing for people, and like my GitHub page says I'm always open to opportunities. Like, I found your GitHub page, I like some of your projects, it looks like you do reasonable work, like you're interested in talking about a new opportunity. Like, that's just the best piece of advice. Here's my Underworld Crusader, and when it comes into play, Lord Blightbark triggers and draws some cards. Yeah, this is an Underworld troop, right? And they're cosmic, so, like, they probably know what they're doing. Do I want to trade this Lord? Yeah, I think I'm okay trading this Lord Blightbark since I have 2 more in my hand. If they want to trade here, I could just, like, play this into Blightbush next turn. Keeps pressure off there. My life total's, like, kind of low. So my opponents looks like they're playing a mono diamond deck so far. Force the tome. Yep. Okay. You have some phantoms. Hey, Declan, do not headbutt your brother. So there's like mono flying necrotics to trigger Force the Tome. They can play this for free if they hit me with a necrotic. Seems really loose. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with this Underworld Crusader. I actually have an article up on Hex Primal that lists all of the... most of all the top decks in the current format. I forget what the command is. I put a command in here for this point. Hex decks is what I can remember. So now I'm going to play my Lord Blightbark out, and then I'm going to play my Blightbush. When my Blightbush comes into play, it's going to trigger my Lord Blightbark and make two 1/1s. I think I'm going to sacrifice this to my champ power here. To, like, draw some more cards. So my champion power for 3 charges sacrifices a troop to gain 3 life and draw a card. Another Blightbush. So we need 1 more troop in my crypt. So Paw of Yazukan has the mechanic called Scrounge on it, which means when I play this, I can void 3 troops in my crypt to get an added effect. This gets to destroy any opposing card if I do that. I think I'd rather go wide. I don't know. It's really good if you're pressuring them, Cess. If you're, like, untapping and smacking them for a bunch, it feels good. The tempo is real. Okay, so they're sacrificing that for a threshold. Oh, they're going to get another diamond, and now they're going to return their daughter to play, and then their daughter's going to return this to play. What a combo. Okay, so now they've got us in, like, the daughter lock, so this daughter's going to return the other daughter. Man, we're really going to have to go big to beat this. So Daughter of the Poet is a 2/2 life drain that at the end of their turn, if they have 5 diamond thresholds, they get to put a troop from their crypt back into play. That's like D's plus. And our deck is kind of light on removal. Thankfully, like, we hit pretty hard, so, like, hopefully we draw some more powerful Deathcry troops. Phenteo is a decent one. Yeah, we'll definitely want Skyguard on the Crusader postboard. Battle Hopper. Oh, you know what? I probably should have... I'm going to attack first here. Attacking really doesn't do anything. I guess it, like, prevents them from attacking me with one of their things. Excuse me. Underworld, Crusader, and Phenteo would live. All of our guys would die. What a negative Nancy. So, for the Magic players that hung out from when we were trotting people, this card is customizable, so that it has a socket here, and the customization we have in a game 1 is it has speed, and then post-board, we can change this, and so my opponent has a lot of flying troops, we can put a socket in this that will give it a mechanic called Skyguard, which is like reach, it lets them block their flying troops, even though it doesn't fly itself. Bonus deck is neat. Hopefully we don't die to these things in the air. They got a Ruby, huh? Or if that's just them screwing with us. We're probably going to sacrifice this Crusader to my champ power next turn so we could draw 3 cards. We're looking to hit like a Woken Drokkatar so we can just like kill our opponent outright. Yeah, speed is haste. The keywords that make sense are... They do in a way that makes sense. If you check out this... It will kind of talk about some of those keywords, or the things like socketing, and come up with some of the small things that Hex does differently than Magic. Opponent gets their thing back. I'm going to play this to guarantee a non-resource on top of my deck here. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice this Crusader. So we end up gaining 1, but we draw 3. Hey, look, there's a Woken Drokkatar. And a Culmination in Blood. Alright, so... Woken Drokkatar, this card's kind of great. It gives all of our other troops +5/+5. And whenever another troop comes into play, it starts out costing 25. And whenever another troop comes into play under our control, it gets cheaper. So we've had 21 cost worth of troops come into play. So this Paw of Yazukan is going to come into play. And it's going to make this free. And this is going to destroy this Daughter of the Poet. And we're going to ask my opponent to wake up here. I'm going to turn all my little Blight Blossoms into very scary 6/6s. Holy crap, they're about to regret that decision. So they just played a card that turned their... Oh, and it still dies. So, like, that was an awful line. Get woke. So, like, not only do they not have that for my Woken Drokkatar now, but, like... yeah... There's no trample, and it's permanent. And the buff depends on the Woken Drokkatar staying in play. So, like, if my opponent would have kept their spot removal, they would have been able to kill this in response. I think I'm just cutting the Culmination in Bloods for... Oh. For Noxious Glories, this requires us to sacrifice a troop and we void each opposing troop with 2 power or less. Side me up. Ooh, level up rewards. Promo Dark Heart. Don't mind if it does. Want to change anything else here? I don't think I do. Oh, gem change. Thank you. Skyguard, Steadfast. Swap all of these. The new gems look so nice in the update. They're so pretty. Don't think I want Herofall. I think the rest of the cards we're playing are better. That's okay. It doesn't have a Lord Blightbark, but it's got an Emperor's Lackey. go Lackey into Blightbush and apply some real pressure. Drew a 1-drop, sign me up. Did they post details on the Hex Bash yet? I wonder when those are going to go up. So you can see here, the Woken Drokkatar went from a 25 cost to a 24 cost when our Lackey entered play. They said Fate Weave is going to be evergreen, right? I'm pretty sure they said that. Am I blocking this here? I feel like I'm blocking this here. Just like want to draw an extra card. What is that? That card is so rude! That card is so rude! How do I... I can't win the game anymore? I feel like I can't win the game anymore. Opponent just, like, has a Hose Our Deck card? I'm glad we won game 1. Man, so this card... And see, this is, you know, Hex is really weird. They like to print things that are interactive instead of just letting people run away with stuff. So, like, this says Death Cries can't, opposing Death Cries can't trigger. So, like, our things don't do stuff anymore. Phenteo could go the distance. You're not wrong. No, I brought in Noxious Glory instead. Oh no! Don't Blinding Ire my Phenteo. What are the odds I kill this? Like, slim to none? Am I just, like, sacrificing this to here? I think I am. Yeah, right, MTG Mailing? We've got two Paw of Yazukan. Then putting this in our crypt is also good for Paw of Yazukan. And two Gruesome Deeds. I didn't take out Herofall, I just didn't bring it in. We have 4 ways to kill this. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Calm down, people. Everybody just calm down. Calm down. Stop freaking out. Maybe we'll just, like, play this Woken Drokkatar and kill them anyways. We definitely want the Herofalls because they have this card in their deck, but we have outs this game. Crusader has no sockets in it. What a punt. Does this stop Ground Creeper from triggering Death Cries too? Is that how that interaction works? Like, thankfully my opponent's deck is like a bunch of mediocre cards, so like the fact that my good cards aren't working isn't a huge deal. Let's find out. I think that's how this works. Next turn, we're going to sacrifice the Emperor's Lackey. Yep. Okay, so that does stop Ground Creeper from triggering this. These are down to 11, so they're going to go down to 9 next turn. They're still just drawing extra resources with this. I don't get why they haven't shipped these in yet. Like, don't you want more flying power to just, like, kill me faster? Oh, they drew their Force the Toe, whatever. Save 3 flying power now? Cute. Tilt. That is how that works, isn't it, Ace? I attack with this. If they want to kill it, they have to... Nah, I don't think I'm okay with that. I think I'd rather wait. So next turn, we're probably sacking the Blight Blossom to dig to an answer for the Silent Sentinel. They're still just drawing resources with that thing. Okay. I guess if they flip it, it doesn't really do much, right? It'd just be a 1-1 with life drain. I mean, we can still theoretically brick a whole bunch and lose this game, right? It's a good draw. It makes this bigger, and it makes those cheaper. It gives us something to sacrifice to this. I'm just doing that, right? And then next turn I can play 2 Drokkatars. Nice board. Next turn I play A3 Source, Drokkatar. Good quality hate cards on both sides of the table. So, the first Drokkatar will cost 8, but then an 8 cost is going to enter play, which will make the other Drokkatar free. They don't even have any troops in their bin because Noxious Glory voids everything my opponent has. Just don't even need the double Drokkatars! Alright, get him. Got him good. I don't know that we're going to play a ton. Like I said, the weather's kind of nice. So I'm going to double check and make sure that the weather is still nice. The weather's decent enough to take the kids out. You know, I played 2 or 3 matches here. It's actually kind of cool. It's only 60 degrees so far. Man. Put some jackets on and go outside. Yeah, it's weird. The high today is only 72. Yeah, I think Christy is ranked higher than me. She signed off in like 25th last night. I don't know where she moved over the evening. Double Blightbush is kind of great. Opponent's playing Angus. Oh, geez. This doesn't make a threshold because I don't currently have a Shin Hair. So we'll lead on this, then hopefully we draw a Shin Hair or Blood for this Blightbark next turn. I think this matchup's pretty decent. Oh, this is David. That's funny. Alright, so this doesn't make a threshold. It just makes a resource. Drokkatar goes down to a 23 drop. When this thing dies, it splits into two. Block. No attacks. Yeah, got him. We're going to hold on to this until we draw a... Until we draw a Shin here. Bolt Wing's kind of gross. Gonna fly over. If they have a Mama Yeti next turn and we keep missing on our thresholds, we could be in trouble. Ding. That lets us go Blightbark into Lackey, trigger the Deathcry draw card. That's pretty good. I'm gonna leave one of these back in case they have a 1-1 with speed, or 2-1 with speed, like a Righteous Outlaw or something. This is the second match of the day for Hex. Another Bolt Wing, gross. If they have a way to kill one of these Bolt Wings, they could Wrath our side of the board. Yeah, so like they're leaving this back because they can, when this dies, it can deal 2 damage to every one of my things. I think we're just passing the turn here. Next turn, I'll play this other Runeer out. And the Runeer makes an Abomination and a Blight Blossom when it enters play from the Blightbark. So this actually reduces the cost of the Drokkatar by 6, right? I don't think I want to attack. This one just came into play, so I don't think I want to trade 1 for 1 point of damage. That seems loose. We could get Lasgard this turn. It's going to feel bad. Yep. Oh, are they dead? Oh, no, because this... Man, we're going to lose this game, huh? Man. This only reduces it by 3 now because the Blightbark's gone. I think we just have to play this and like hope they don't kill us. Like we're dead to a shard, we're dead to like so many things here. So probably dead. The Phoenixes are very good. Like people talk about, so I'm writing about the Mono Ruby deck as the next deck I'm writing about for the main Hex website, and Bolt Wing Phoenix is a lot better than Matriarch of the Flames in this deck because of games like this. Where it's just like able to fly over and like hold the board. The black hole of childish screams opens up, right? There, that's literally what's happening behind me. You're not wrong. Alright, so Culmination of Blood and Drokkatar seem a little medium. Herofall and Vampire Princess seem fine. I'll leave 1 Drokkatar in. We stumbled a little bit there to start, so... You think Paw's better than Drokkatar? Maybe. I think I'm supposed to bring in Noxious Glory to take care of their Phoenixes. Sounds fine. I think I'm supposed to play this on 1. Oh, my deck list is covering my life total because we boarded. What's that? No one drop's good for us. Crusader's a decent draw. No, I like speeding Crusaders on the play. On the play, I like leaving speed in these. They have 17 life. Just kill them. Seriously. Seriously, they have 17 life. Just attack them to death. I promise it's okay. On the draw, you have to play defense sometimes, but like on the play, I feel like we could usually take an aggressive stance in this matchup. Herofall's decent. Exarch also decent. So Exarch, Lackey. Attack for 4. They're at 9, so we basically have lethal. Not quite, right? Because this is going to get smaller. Close, though. I'll be right back. Alright, so if they smash here, we just trade the Exarch. Ooh. What's that? Alright, Hulk smash time. What's going on, Snared? Alright, on the draw, I'm going to put Skyguard Steadfast in these. And I actually need to run and change a diaper really quick. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Redraw 1-shard hand. This hand's kind of medium. It's got Exarch, so it's probably a keep. Oh, crap. This hand doesn't have a shin hair in it again. This hand doesn't have a shin hair in it again. Current standard is sets 3 through 7. So every even set release, the 2 oldest sets rotate out. Yeah, we're probably just going to get rid out of this game. The Ruby deck's very strong. I think this deck has a reasonable matchup against the Ruby deck, but, like, you're going to have games like this one. Oh, wait, did I draw? I drew a shin hair because I'm a professional. You're going to have games where you do just get run out. We can't play the Lord Blightbark because our opponent will just flip this and kill it. This makes them have a 3rd Ruby Source and a Fireball to attack through the Exarch. If they have 3rd Ruby Source Fireball, we could be up a creek, especially if we don't hit this. Oh, they could have a Cremate too, right? They'd have Cremate and the 2 damage from this. Oh, jeez. So Frostfang Cackler activates to give a troop +3 power. And its ability is free to use if it's the turn they played it. So we should take a good clean 11 ball here. So we're actually just dead to Fireball. Just like turn 3 lethal. Alright. Alright. We are in fact dead. The risks of the 18 life champion. Let's play one more with this deck. So people that are just getting into Hex now, the question that people always ask me is like, what card should I avoid from the sets that are going to be rotating that are more expensive? And the answer to those questions are Rune, Hierophant, and Transmogrifade are the 2 expensive cards from set 3 and set 4 that see play in a few different decks in the current format, and those are the expensive staples that are going to be rotating out. So if you want to avoid purchasing cards that are going to be rotating when set 8 drops in like 4 months, those would be the cards that you want to avoid picking up. What's the Hex rotation? So every other set release. What do you need? Do you want pretzels? No, we're gonna go visit Mom for lunch after Dad plays this next match, okay? Oh yeah, so just wait. We're gonna go visit your mother and get some lunch. The Hex rotation, so every even set release, the oldest 2 sets rotate. So when 8 comes in, 3 and 4 leave. Then when 10 comes in, 5 and 6 leave. Really easy to follow. There's also this website, hexsets.com, that lets you visualize the rotation very easily. If you're more of a visual person and want to see it laid out. Saying sweet, we get to go Lackey into Blightbush into Rune Hierophant. Yep, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Questions are great. Always here to help. If I didn't want to field questions, I just play on my own instead of streaming. Rune Hierophant, Transmogrifade. I don't want to say anything, K-Smith, in case they change the details on what I've been told. But the bash info, when it gets posted, I'm super excited. It's going to be sweet. So our opponent's playing Ruby Sapphire Swamp Butt. Okay, so Arcane Acrity. Whenever you play an action, gain a charge. Are there viable 3-shard decks? We've seen 3-shard decks in the past. I don't know if there's any 3-shard decks that people are playing in this current format. So later today, Hexent is supposed to be posting the details about the Hex Bash. They teased a... Corey Jones teased a logo about it last week. As the transmogger fades, so it's going to turn my rabbit into something much worse, which is sad. I liked my rabbit doing what it did. So they should have details posted on the main. It does still have Deathcry, doesn't it? Combo. Fifth resource is nice. It means this Rudier Hierophant next turn will be able to work with the Grounds Creeper. Attack for 4. Play another Wabbit out. Play a Shard. Passes the turn. Hope everyone's geared up for a good weekend. Happy Friday. Thanks for spending part of your day here with us, hanging out, playing some Hex Shards of Fate. I'm drawn to people a little bit earlier today. So they killed our rabbit. We have another one. I think I just want to be resource efficient and play the Grounds Creeper here, though. I guess I could go Rune or Blightbush. Yeah, actually, let's just apply the most pressure. Let's go Rune or Blightbush here. I could, like, play the Grounds Creeper and trigger on this. But just, like, getting all of these into play and, like, continuing to beat down my opponent seems good. What's the fiber count at? 4 days. 4 days till fiber. 4 days till fiber. I am excited. August 8th is my install date. We'd actually kind of like to draw a resource next turn, so we could sack this to draw some extra cards and make this bigger. Are they dead? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be 11. Oh, they can put a Phoenix into play here because they discarded it to Theorize. That's sweet. Discard Phoenix to Theorize is kind of awesome. So Phoenix, they could void 6 actions from their crypt to put it into play. And it's Prophesized. Extra sweet. Lordy, children. I get it. We're going to go out after this match. This is going to be my last match of the morning. Just a quick Friday stream here. The natives are restless. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab a Threshold in case I draw a Woken Drokkatar. So I'm not going to offer to trade the Runeir here because I want the Grounds Creeper to trigger on my Runeir at end of turn. I did change a diaper during our match, David. While we were reserving. If there was an Olympic event for speed changing diapers, I would definitely be a part of it. Hey, Jade Kit. Morning. They're catching us right towards the end here. At early extra Friday stream. So, Jeepers Creepers is going to come into play. And at the end of our turn, this triggers, and then it makes the Death Cries happen on one of our troops. So, this is going to trigger on Runeir, which makes our Runeir make two Dorcases, which makes the Runeir larger. Interested to see if my opponent has something like Scars of War, maybe, to get out of this. Change course, sure. I guess they could theoretically draw a lot of swamp gas here, right? And just, like, gas through our team. Lost track of how much gas they put in their deck. They probably have, like, 12 pieces in their deck right now, so pretty unlikely that they're going to get out of this. I guess a Transmografade here would be pretty good. Still dead on board. I can block here and then take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Okay, yep. Put some spider eggs in your deck. Still dead on board? Yep, still dead on board. Destroy their blocker here. That way if they have Rune Bind or something like that, they're still dead. Not quite sure what our opponent's doing. Gruesome Deed seems pretty bad. Culmination of Blood seems fine. Vampire Princess seems okay. It's a Withering Gaze matchup. The extra paw to kill their constants. I've not, Bad Boon. I feel like that combo is just a little bit too mediocre for Modern in general. It's kind of slow and clunky. And fragile. Like, there's a lot of paths and pushes in the world. Until they find PA. Okay, if they're a PA deck, should I have Withering Gaze? Maybe I'm supposed to have Withering Gaze in my deck. Buy that for $1. These lackeys don't block much. Trim one of these and one of these. Maybe the Blightbush is good just for applying pressure. There's no card in this deck. I don't understand. I don't understand! Burgle with the harsh truths. Asset seems fine. To go Blightbush on 2, Runeer on 3, sack my Blightbush, make the Runeer 4/4. Gonna get woke here. This card's so bad, it doesn't even have Spell Shield. It's basically unplayable without Spell Shield, right? Anyone else live through those days? Spell Shield Runeer Hierophants? Let me tell you a story, children. About Spell Shield Runeer Hierophants that made Rhinoceri. They were the best of times, they were the worst of times. Maybe... Oh, I guess I had the Paw of Yazukan. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I was thinking if they transmographated this, I wanted to guaranteed get a threshold out of that, but I had the Paw. So yeah, I'd buy that for $1 because I have the Paw. I'm supposed to wait on it. I actually really liked that format, Nero. That was the format where Cosmic Dragons was legal, and, like, you could do powerful things, but, like, it wasn't... There were plenty of answers to Spell Shield Runeer Hierophants, in my opinion. Huh, do I take a turn off and Withering Gaze here? To check for Transmografade? Huh. Nah, I'm just gonna do this. It's gonna be resource efficient. Yeah, like, you had Extinction, you had Inquisition, like, there were plenty of tools. There's gonna be something people complain about every season. Like, this season, those people are complaining about Lasgar's Vengeance. Like, You know, I don't want to name names, so like we'll just call the people that like to complain about things like Spell Shield Runer, Hierophant, and Lasgard. We'll just call them the Metronomies of the world. The Metronomies of the world, like, you know, they're gonna complain regardless of what people are playing and what's good, bad, or otherwise. Like, they're just looking for something to complain about. There were like 2 or 3 different Runer Hierophant decks you could play. There were 2 or 3 Extinction decks you could play. Yodel Burn was competitive. Like, there was a good selection of things you could do that were competitive. Let's gaze you now. Yeah, like the Blood Sapphire Control decks, like when you killed with Relentless Corruption because Psychic Ascension didn't exist yet. Another Transmog, a Cremate. Guess I'll take the Transmog. Terror Mill was a good time. There was, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name right now. It was, the Azure Fate Sorceress, the Azure Fate Sorceress deck with the burn gems in it. The direct damage gems with Azure Fate Sorceress. They were, you played the tunneling cards with it. Azure Cannon. Azure Cannon was a sweet deck. This is probably getting cremated, but, like, that's fine. Gives us fodder for the paws. Yeah, Azure Cannon. I loved that deck. It was so much fun. You know, like, Paw of Yazukan this Dork deck's turn. Yeah, Prophecy Burn? Gosh, there was just... Yeah, there was no reason to complain about that format. It was sweet. It was shiggity, shiggity, shwoody. So opponent almost certainly stacked a non-resource on top of their deck. We've got 6 power in play, though, and they're empty-handed, and we've got a grip full of good cards, so... The human reanimator, yeah, get out of here. Don't you lie to yourself. Sack my Battle Hooper, draw a card. Jeepers Creepers. Not attacking with Blight Blossoms here because next turn they're going to be 6/6s. Deal. Okay, so they're dead. They're going to be dead next turn to the Woken Drokkatar. Are going to get woke. It'll be 12. Very lethal. This is a story all about how Woken Drokkatar got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right here and tell you how this Cyclone Shaper decided to chump block. Oh, wait, I can play this first. Let's do that. Let's do this. I loved the Yodel deck. The Yodel deck was 10 out of 10, the most interesting aggressive deck I've ever played in any game ever to date. That's actually just lethal, right? It's exactly lethal? God, what a savage, just like playing my ice when I had lethal and I didn't count it until I attacked. I looked at it, I was like, oh wait, that's 9 and 12. They're dead. Okay, sweet. If you're looking for an aggressive deck that's not playing Ruby cards to ladder up with, I definitely think this is a very reasonable choice. Is my wife still higher ranked than I am? She is. She is 23. I'm 27. So we'll have some climbing to do next week. Should correct this travesty. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and take off for the day. Like I said, Friday's not normally one of my stream days, but I wanted to come out and play a little bit. I'm gonna take the kids out to lunch with the wife. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back Monday morning at the latest. Might sneak out for a weekend stream. I don't know. It depends on what the plans do. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter for notifications on when we go live for sure. Peace, folks.